Shalom, shalom. Let's want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Maka Kodash. Double honors unto the elders and apostles at Great Millstone. Salutations to all Akiams pushing this word in sincerity and in truth. This year is your brother Yassad from the Trinidad GMS Prophetic Vibration Camp with another lesson here. Will not edifying unto the elect. So this lesson here would just be going down into Purim, you know, because I was not too long taking in the brother video concerning Valentine's. The brother Yakal from the Trinidad GMS Perfecting Vibration Camp, you know, and he went down into Valentine's, showing you it was, you know, the celebration and the worshiping of the Cupid god, which is the god of love and desire, so forth. And you know, it also go into Lupercalia, which is a Roman pagan festival where, you know, a lot of wickedness used to actually take place, whereby sexual acts upon the streets and all these things. And hey, that was just a yappa video again, you know. That was just a yappa video from me, brother. All praises to Yahweh Shimon Shai. And that is just it, you know. Our people don't go down into the depth of these things, but they just go on, you know, taking part and playing along with whatever, you know, the devil puts out for them. But hey, you know, and think about it. You as an Israelite, you going and you celebrating Valentine's and these things, you know. But you don't even know that about Purim, which is actually one of our holy days, you know. And yeah, because you all just lost all these holidays, not holidays, holidays are just pagan worship and, you know, pagan festivals that you all partake in, because it's my people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. Here it is, you all celebrate Christmas thinking as though the birth of the Messiah. But how could the birth of the Messiah be National Pork Eating, Swine Eating Day? Think about that. You know, and you all go on and eat your swine and think is a normal thing, is all you doing that and praising the Lord. But saying you all have you all judgment if you do turn to this light, you know, and regurgitate all of that wicked false doctrines and that vomit you was taught, that trash. But hey, let me get down into what is the feast of Purim, because hey, the feast of Purim actually fall just around the same time as Valentine's. Purim start is 2 days, you know. It's a feast for 2 days, and it started March the 13th, right, which would end March the 15th. So hey, let me just get to it here. Book of Esther 9 and 24. It says, because Haman the son of Hammedatha the Agagite, the enemy of all the Jews, had devised against the Jews to destroy them, and had cast pur, that is the lot, to consume them, and to destroy them. But when Esther came before the king, he commanded by letters that his wicked device, which he devised against the Jews, should return upon his own head, and that he and his sons should be hanged on the gallows. Wherefore they call these days Purim, after the name of Pur. Therefore, for all the words of this letter, and of that which they had seen concerning this matter, and which had come unto them, the Jews ordained and took upon them, and upon their seed, and upon all such as joined themselves unto them, so as it should not fail, that they would keep these 2 days according to their writing and according to their appointed time every year, which is the Feast of Purim. Because, hey, going back to Esther, I believe it is one. Let's try. Just bear with me for a moment there. Esther, verse 3. Right. Because Haman was appointed by the king of Persia, which is was Ahasuerus. Look at here, Esther 3:1. After these things did King Ahasuerus promote Haman, the son of Hammedatha, the Agagite. And this Agagite actually going back to the descendants of the Amalekites, which is you, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. So Haman was an Amalekite, which is the grandson of Esau, Edom. Let's see if I get that. Amalek. Yeah. Now these are the generation of Esau, who is Edom, the so-called white man, Esau, Edom, because the scriptures say Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it, right? So to prove here, who are these Amalekites? So, back, Salakia, right? And Timnah was concubine to Eliphaz, Esau's son, and she bare to Eliphaz Amalek. These were the sons of Ada, Esau's wife. Yeah, Yeah, so Amalek comes from Esau, Edom. So they are the so-called white man. Because look here, Agagite meaning. It said the term Agagite is used in the book of Esther as a description of Haman, according to Sheni and Black. This term is used to label Haman figuratively as a descendant of Agag, the enemy of Israel and king of the Amalekites. Haman, as an Amalekite, is opposed to Mordecai, the descendant of Kish. Yeah, Haman was an Amalekite, which goes back up into the lineage to Esau, Edom. Yeah, so let me get back the Esther 3. Right. Yeah. So our 3:1. After these things did King Ahasuerus promote Haman the son of Hammedatha the Agagite, and advance him, and set his seat above all the princes that were with him. Right, so I'll just jump to verse 5. And when Haman saw that Mordecai bowed not, nor did him reverence, then was Haman full of wrath. Yeah, Mordecai, as an Israelite man, he didn't want to bow to Haman. And Haman was wroth, was angry, and he thought scorn to lay hands on Mordecai alone, for they had shewed him the people of Mordecai. Wherefore Haman sought to destroy all the Jews that were throughout the whole kingdom of Ahasuerus, even the people of Mordecai. And yeah, this is the whole reason at the Purim, Purim, because that deliverance from the whole all the people that was in the kingdom of Ahasuerus would be killed off, slaughtered out by Haman. But hey, all praises to Yahweh Shai for Esther, that found that the king saw that the king Ahasuerus, saw the light in his eyes for her, So let me jump to this. Yeah, Esther 6, right? And verse 4. And the king now said, who is in the court? Now Haman was come in the outward court of the king's house to speak unto the king to hang Mordecai on the gallows that he had prepared for him. Because here this wicked Amalekite Haman prepared the gallows for Mordecai. And let me see if I just get that a gallows is structure typically of two uprights and a crosspiece for the hanging of criminals. Execution by hanging. And this is what Haman wanted for Mordecai. To kill Mordecai, to hang Mordecai. An Israelite man. Hey, let me just jump to verse. Let me jump to verse 7 here. And I'll start at 1. This here is where, Esther, after she found the light in the king's eyes and became queen and so forth, where she pleaded the cause for Israel, and uncovered Haman's plot to the king. Esther 7:1. So the king and Haman came to banquet with Esther the queen, and hey, she was so cunning and so skillful in she ways. The way she devised and set up everything. And the king said again unto Esther on the second day at the banquet of wine, what is thy petition? Queen Esther it shall be granted thee. And what is thy request? And it shall be performed even to the half of the kingdom. Then Esther the queen answered and said, If I have found favor in thy sight, O king, and if it please the king, let my life be given me at my petition, and my people at my request. Because this was the thing that Esther asked for. She pleaded the cause for us, the Israelites, because we was going to be persecuted and killed off, destroyed by Haman. For we are sold, I and my people, to be destroyed, to be slain, and to perish. But if we have been sold for bondman and bondwoman, I had held my tongue, although the enemy could not countervail the king's damage. Then the king Ahasuerus answered and said unto Esther the queen, Who is he, and where is he that doth presume in his heart to do so? And Esther said, The adversary and the enemy is the wicked Haman. Then Haman was afraid before the king and the queen. Because if it wasn't for Esther, the Israelites back then, they would have been slaughtered out. With all sword, and would have been slain back then. So let me jump to verse 9. So we ought to, that was just a great deliverance there. That was just a great deliverance for Israel. And that is why it is being kept now as a a memorial at that time back then. And we ought to keep it. It was made as a holy day in Israel, that we ought to keep throughout and every year. So let me get back the Esther chapter 9 and verse 24. Because Haman the son of Hammedatha the Agagite, the enemy of all the Jews, and that is it, you Esau, Edom, you Amalekites, the so-called white man, you was always our enemy unto us. You always hated us. Going back straight into to Genesis, that hatred was always there. Look at when Cain slew Abel. When Esau had Jacob fleeing. Esther 9 and 24. Because Haman, the son of Hammedatha the Agagite, the enemy of all the Jews, had devised against the Jews to destroy them, and had cast pur, that is the lot, to consume them and to destroy them. But when Esther came before the king, he commanded by letters that his wicked device, which he devised against the Jews, should return upon his own head, and that he and his son should be hanged on the gallows. So the same judgment that they set up to persecute Mordecai, they received it. It fell upon them. Just as the scripture say. Let us get that. It just roughly paraphrasing. It say, he that diggeth a pit, the same shall fall into it. Psalm 7 and verse 15. I must start at Behold, verse 14, behold, he travaileth with iniquity, and had conceived mischief, and brought forth falsehood. He made a pit, and digged it, and is fallen into the ditch which he made. And that is just what went on, His mischief shall return upon his own head, and his violent dealing shall come down upon his own pate. Yeah. I will praise Yahweh according to his righteousness, and will sing praise to the name of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, the Most High. And yeah, we ought to be, joyful in spirit, and praising Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai that he sent that deliverance back then through Esther. Come on, So, continuing Esther chapter 9 and verse 26. Wherefore they call these days Purim, after the name of Pur. Therefore, for all the words of this letter, and of that which they had seen concerning this matter, and which had come unto them, the Jews ordained and took upon them, and upon their seed, and upon all such as join themselves unto them, so as it should not fail, that they would keep these 2 days according to their writing, and according to their appointed time every year. So this feast supposed to be kept for 2 days, and every year. Let's see. And these days should be remembered and kept throughout every generation, every family, every province, and every city. And these days of Purim should not fail from among the Jews, nor the memorial of them perish from their seed. So this is supposed to be kept, throughout all our generation as the Israelites. But hey, you Israelites fell off, and you just wouldn't turn back to your heritage, because this is your heritage. This is your holy day. But hey, as the Isaiah 1 and verse 3, it said, the ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. You see, these devils know to celebrate their pagan celebrations and festivals, just as the East Indians know to celebrate their Diwali and worship their idol Mother Lakshmi and so forth. But Israel doth not know. Israel don't know who is their power. And hey, the prophets out here telling them, man, as they reject it. They reject their heritage. They reject to serve Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And that's why it said these people have forsaken the Lord. Yeah, they reject Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. They reject this knowledge. They wanna continue along in the heathen celebrations. But hey, the scripture says, learn not the way of the heathen. But these wicked Israelites, they love the way of the heathen. Yeah, but it goes on to say, a sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters, They have forsaken the Lord. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are gone away backward. Why should ye be stricken any more? Ye will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick and the whole heart faint. Yeah, the head, these these pastors and the rulers over Israel, they that guide the people, they are sick, all you TD Jakes and Pastor Coffee and all are sick and wicked, and just of the world and what the world have to offer, as it says, if the blind lead the blind, the both shall fall into a ditch, so they all remain in the same category. Yeah. Let me just get the script. I'll just finish off with this last scripture here in the book of Amos 5 and 21. It says, I despise your feast days. I will not smell in your solemn assemblies. And that the words of Yahweh Shemeshai, the Lord hate and despise your feast day, because it's all celebration and worshiping idols, but you all just are destroyed for the lack of knowledge, and you all reject knowledge. And that is just it, you reject your heritage. But I hope this lesson was edifying. Shalom to all the Archeans pushing this word. Double honors unto the elders and apostles at Great Millstone. Shalom.